welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another reading vlog. So, as you can tell by the title, this is going to be a very exciting reading vlog. Mainly exciting because I've got so many friends that have already read the series and that want to know what I think about it. Also because this is a series that I honestly did not think I'd be reading. Like, I don't think I really, like, I've always had, like, a slight interest in it, but, like, I thought realistically that I wouldn't read it because it just was not a high priority. And recently, with the release of the most recent book in the series, everyone has been talking about it, and everyone has either been rereading it or has started it, so I decided I would jump on the bandwagon. Therefore, this vlog is going to be my reading vlog for A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I've not read anything else by Sarah J. Maas. This is going to be a very interesting experience. I know a lot of the buzzwords slash, like, you know, content descriptions. I don't know what the words are. I have heard a lot about this, obviously. I know what to expect, mainly going into it. I'm genuinely really interested to see how I feel about this. I'm also aware of the fact that the first book is not supposed to be the best. So, like, I'm going in with an open mind, and I'm just, you know, gonna see how I feel about it. Now, I am doing a little read-along. If you have not seen my read-along announcement video, then I will tag it somewhere so that you can go and watch it. Basically, along with my friends Hallie and Sarah from Let Hallie Read and Sarah Lorraine Reads, we are basically going to be doing a read-along for the first 3 books in the ACOTAR series. We're going to take a little bit of a break after the 3rd book and sort of, you know, see how we're feeling and stuff like that. And we are basically doing this read-along on a monthly basis. That's sort of the things that we need to know. The first live show is going to be on the 15th of May, which is relatively soon. Like, that's like between 2 and 3 weeks from now. So yeah, that's why I'm starting this now. Also because I know that Sarah's already read it. Hallie is starting it this week, or like around about the same time that I'm starting it. So it's going to be very, very interesting. We've all got very different reading tastes and like different ways of talking about books, so I think the live show is going to be like a blast. I think it's going to be so much fun. I don't actually know when I'm going to start this, whether it'll be today or tomorrow. Basically, I just wanted to say hi. This has been a really long intro. I'm going to read A Court of Thorns and Roses. This is going to be a dedicated reading vlog, and I'm hoping that I'm going to have lots of thoughts on this book because people tend to, and I also feel like I'm going to be quite judgmental of it because it's not something that I usually read. And I'm just super excited. I want some really strong opinions. I know people have really strong opinions about the characters, so I'm hoping that I'm going to have the same thing. Yeah, and I'll check in with you later. Good morning, everyone. I'm just going to go and get my book, actually. I feel like every time that I, like, talk about a book, I just have to have it there if I can. So far I am 46 pages into ACOTAR. And there's not much that's happened. Oh, by the way, it's Monday today. It is the morning. You can probably hear it by my voice because I'm tired. But nonetheless, 46 pages into ACOTAR, not much has happened. We're gonna do the spoilery stamp thingy-mabob. I mean, to be fair, it's only the beginning, so I think everyone knows what happens in the beginning, so I don't actually know if it's a spoiler. But basically, what has happened so far, you ask? Well, basically, Feyre has killed a wolf. She sold it at the market, got a decent wad of cash for it, and oh yeah, of course we've been introduced to Feyre, we've been introduced to Elaine and Nesta. I don't have many feelings about the characters as of yet. I feel like Nesta likes to complain about the world, like, I kind of like relate to that, but otherwise, like, I don't like, I don't know. And then so she's sold this wolf. I think she just sold the hide because she left the actual, like, carcass of the wolf in the forest because she was also hunting a doe was it a doe or was it just a deer? I don't know. She's sold this wolf hide, and then late at night someone shows up and tells her that she's killed the wrong wolf, and then she's taken away. Because it's like either, so basically she killed a fae or a fairy, I don't actually know what the difference is. She killed someone who was a wolf or disguised as a wolf, and then another someone shows up and tells her that according to the law, if you kill a fae or a fairy, that you then have to give your life, which can either mean that she gets killed or that she goes to spend the rest of her life in Prythian. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. Prythian. We're going to go with Prythian. So, yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just staring at the map. But yeah. Not much to say. Just wanted to give you a little update. Also wanted to say that I'm going to have a great breakfast today because my parents came to visit over the weekend and they like to buy me food. So very happy about that. Also just had some leftover food from the weekend. So very, very good. I will speak to you later, maybe today, maybe not. Did I even say it was Monday this morning? I can't remember if I said it was Monday. It's Monday evening now. I think it's like 7:30 or something like that. I am on page 74, so I don't think I've read that much more than last time I checked in. Once again, not much has happened. Basically, just got a description of the place that she was taken to, the castle. I'm getting all the Beauty and the Beast vibes. I can see how it's a retelling. I'm just waiting for the Stockholm Syndrome to kick in, and yeah. We've been introduced to, let me just check the names because I do not want to like get them wrong. So basically, beforehand we've been introduced to Feyre and her two sisters. Now we have been introduced to Tamlin, who is the fairy, still don't know what the terminology is. Is it the same thing? Or is it two separate things? Who knows? Been introduced to that guy, the guy that took her away to his massive castle. If it is his castle, I don't know why I'm saying castle like that. Help me. And we've been introduced to some other dude, and his name is Lucian. Is that how you say his name? I'm gonna go with it. Let's say his name's Lucian. Is that his name? I'll just check if that's how it's spelled. Lucian. Sounds really weird. Lucian. Basically, there's these two dudes who are fairies or fae or whatever the hell it's called. I'm going to say fae. I'm just going to say fae because it's like shorter. Basically, these two dudes that are fae, they walk around with like masks on. Probably because, I don't know. I mean, listen, there's two reasons why you'd walk around with a mask on. Actually, no, there's multiple reasons. Like, if you live in our world, the reason you walk around with a mask on is because we've got a fucking pandemic that's ravaging the world. But this is not our world. This is a completely different world. So, like, I'm thinking either they're just really ugly and they're covering their face, which, like, you don't need to do that. Listen, everyone's beautiful in their own way, and blah, blah, blah. But, like, from talking about fictional characters, like, either they're super ugly and they're, like, really ashamed of what they look like, so they put masks on, or they're so attractive that they're worried that they're gonna do something. I don't know. I don't know what my brain's thinking. Basically, they wear masks. That's, you know, hits close to home. Because, you know, masks. Face masks. I've even got one here. Like, I have them lying around my apartment because, you know, you can't... I made the mistake of forgetting a face mask once, and I feel like I will burn in hell for it. So, you know, masks. Interesting. That's literally all I have to say. Like, I don't even know why I started recording myself, because, like... And the thing is, I don't know, so I know there's, like, romance and smut and shit like that. Maybe not so much in this one, definitely in the rest of the series. But I'm like, who is Feyre? Oh, it says on the back. I was about to be like, who is Feyre gonna fall in love with? But it says on the back it's Tamlin. To be fair, I thought it'd be him. I thought it'd be him because you don't hear a lot about Lucian, I don't think. I haven't heard a lot about Lucian. I've heard about Tamlin and I've heard about Feyre and I've heard about Nesta, and everyone apparently hates Nesta, so I'm looking forward to that. Well, that also makes sense because they actually refer to Tamlin as a beast, so like Beauty and the Beast. Stockholm Syndrome! The Stockholm Syndrome is real in Beauty and the Beast, and I can imagine it's going to be real in this. Although saying that, like, is she really a captive? I don't know, because like she lives in a nice room. She's like living in a castle, let's be real. Her life is a lot nicer in this bloody castle than it would have been at home. But I don't have anything else to say. Yeah. I'm going to continue to read some of this, I think. The thing is, I want to just keep on reading it, but like my brain's not doing the thing that it's supposed to do. I used to read so quickly and I just lost it. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, goodbye. It's Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? Yeah, it is definitely Tuesday. It's Tuesday. What was I going to say? Yes, I was going to talk about the book that I'm reading in this vlog because that's kind of what you do. I'm on page 158. I've actually stopped sort of in the middle of the chapter, which, like, I don't know why I did that. I just did. So yeah, I'm on page 158, and I think last time that I updated you, I was on page 70 something, and stuff has happened. And me being me, I did not talk about it, and now my brain has kind of forgotten it. The things that I do remember off the top of my head. Let's talk about the characters. The characters are a big part of this series, and people talk about the characters a lot. So I will give you my opinions on the characters so far. Listen, I don't really have much to say about Feyre. I feel like she's a bit of a typical YA female protagonist in fantasy and sci-fi. Like, I don't know, you know, she's illiterate, she likes to hunt, she's like a badass, basically. There's not really much else to say. Like, no, genuinely, like, in all seriousness, I think that she is kind of a stereotype, but, you know, I'm open to see what happens in the future. I'm looking forward to seeing if she has some good character development, but like, I genuinely don't have that much to say about Feyre. However, Feyre and Lucian together, I feel like they have some good banter. I feel like they've got a good, whatever it's called, going on. Like, they bounce off of each other. They sort of have like a bit of a jokey relationship. Lucian just in general doesn't really believe anything that Feyre says, which can be quite funny at times. And like, I think just in general Lucian is like a fun character. Like, I think, you know, you could call him a mushroom. I think he's a fun guy. And, you know, I feel like he has absolutely no regard for Feyre's safety, or like, he probably does, but like, he just acts as if he could not care less about her, which is just, like, I love it. Like, I really love it. And I don't know why. Like, apparently I like characters that sort of don't give a shit about other people, but, you know, like, I feel like he's going to prove himself to be a very nice person. And he's going to be one of those characters that acts as if they don't give two fucks about other people, but they actually really do, and they actually do really like other people, and they're just like deep down, you know, like soft. A bit like me. Who else? What am I talking about? Tamlin, how do I feel about him? Yeah, like, so far, like, just really getting the Beast vibes. Like, you can tell it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Like, it is so covered in Beauty and the Beast at the moment. Like, the whole Beast thing, like, you can just tell. Do you know what, I don't know if people actually do this in real life, but like, reading this book, sometimes Feyre just says random things. She's like, oh yeah, Tamlin is, you know, like, he's a beast, like, I'm not comfortable around him, like, he scares me. However, he's really attractive, and it's like, what? I mean, she doesn't actually say he's really attractive, but like she says something about like the way the light hits him or something like that. I'm like, if I don't like someone, I'm not like, or if I'm like apprehensive about someone, I'm not going, yeah, but he's attractive. No, like, do people do that? Is that actually a thing? Like, I don't know. I don't buy it, but like, yeah. So like, there's not really much happening at the moment between the characters, like relationship wise. Like, you can tell which direction it's going to go in when it comes to Tamlin and Feyre. Like, they've had just a little bit of like, so obviously it's from her perspective, so we're getting her feelings. We don't actually know how Tamlin feels, but like, she's sort of at this stage, sort of being like, you know, I felt a little something, like there's something happened within me with regards to Tamlin. The only thing is, I'm at the scene that I am at the moment, like I'm in the middle of at the moment. It feels like she's gone very, very quickly from being apprehensive and not liking them to suddenly being like, yo, we're three besties and we're sitting and having a picnic together, like, it's great. And I don't understand it, because for me, like, it feels like going from being acquaintances to being friends with people takes an eternity. She's managed to go from being like a prisoner, like being scared, to being like, oh yeah, let's just have a picnic, like we'll just sit and have some, you know, like have some banter and just sit and enjoy ourselves, you know. So that's my thoughts. Incoherent, just like the majority of my brain. I'm gonna keep on reading. Hallie said that she wanted to send a picture of something that happens in chapter 24, so that's kind of like my aim. I want to get to chapter 24, but that's like another like 60 pages. So will I get there tonight? I don't know. I did sort of say that I would read like 60 pages a day, but I feel like I'm just gonna read it quicker. I just want to get through it. I just want to see what all the hype is about. What was I gonna say? Yes, I know what I was gonna say. This is mainly going out to all the people that have read this book. I mean, to be fair, like, okay, I don't know what I'm saying. To anyone that has read this, which I'm guessing that it's going to be a lot of people that watch this vlog, I've just finished chapter 21. If you can't remember what chapter 21 is, then I'm just going to give you some quick buzzwords, I guess. The ritual is one, you know. Chapter 21 is about the ritual, about the way that they get their magic, which is through a very, how do you call this? I sound like I'm not English now. Words, I don't know what I'm saying. So like, backstory for anyone that doesn't understand my my relationship with things of a sexual nature. I don't mind reading it, but sometimes I'm just a bit like, Basically, there's this ritual. I'm not going to go into details. Like, I'm sure that, like, if you've read ACOTAR, that you will know what I mean. There's a ritual. It's to do with getting magic, and it happens at a certain time of year. It's called the Great Rite, I think, to do with the hanky-panky, and I don't know, it's like, my brain, like, oh, it's so weird. I don't know, like, I shouldn't think it's weird, but it's also just a really odd, like, the magic system just, like, I think it's, I feel like it's very odd. It makes sense from what I've heard about ACOTAR and the whole series, and I know that it gets heavier than this, but it's just like, when I was reading it, I was just kind of giggling to myself, thinking, this is like odd. This is some of the oddest stuff that I've read, and like, I like weird stuff, but it's just, I don't know how to feel about it. You know, because it's ACOTAR, like, I'm gonna let it slide. If it was anything else, I honestly think that I would, like, throw the book against the wall. It's just really weird. Looking past the whole ritual thing, I mean, not looking past because this is part of it, at the end of the chapter, we have a little interaction between Tamlin and Feyre, and let's just say it's just a little bit steamy, it's just a little bit up close and personal, a little bit sensual between them, but also it's bestiality. Like, it is bestiality because he's a beast. It gets described as a beast, and then she's all like, I want him to touch me, but he's a beast, or something like that. She doesn't actually say that, but like, I'm making that up in my head. Basically, bestiality, but saying that, like, what did I expect? It's a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I don't know how many times I'm going to mention that throughout this whole video, but like, basically, bestiality, I'm not a fan. Like, I'm not a fan of it. Why does he have to be why do they have to describe him as a beast so much? Like, I could, like, listen, I get it. Tamlin is probably quite attractive. Probably quite an attractive guy. But like, the claws and the base description and like the I don't know. That's all I have to say for now. Peace out. I'm just gonna give you a very quick update because I've got some work to do. And I keep on procrastinating, but I need to get it done, so just a little quick update. What's the day today? It's Wednesday today. Right, I need to stop spinning around. It's Wednesday today. I am nearing page 300 of ACOTAR, I think. I think I'm like 290 or something like that. Basically, I've just read the bit where Feyre finds out about the curse. I guess that's what, yeah, the curse thing that's happened that like affects the whole of Prythian and all that jazz. I'm not going to explain it because like either you've read it and you know what I'm talking about, or you haven't read it and like potentially just been spoiled for something. So basically, she just found out about the curse, which like it didn't shock me because it's like there sort of had to be like something going on. Do you know what I mean? But like the idea that the whole thing is like a setup and that's why she's there. Just like, you know, that's cool. I like it. I liked that what? I liked that plot point, that plot twist, whatever you call it. And just like it explains things about the way that the characters are and like how they react and stuff like that. Also, how do I feel about Nesta? Because everyone keeps saying, or not everyone, loads of people say that they hate Nesta, and like I'm guessing that she gets worse throughout the series. But like so far I think she's alright, and I feel like she comes off as a bit of a hard ass that doesn't really like anyone and likes to complain about the world all the time, but actually does care for her family. But like, I could be wrong, like it could change. Like I don't think that I don't hate her. I don't think I hate any of the characters except for Rhysand. Is that how you say his name? Rhys? Rhysand. Rice. Rhys. We'll just call him Rhys. So I don't think I updated the vlog after I read the sort of proper introduction of Rhys. And like, he's just an arsehole, let's be real, he's an arsehole. Like, and he has no redeeming qualities. Like, the only good thing that's been said about him is the fact that he's attractive, but like, who really gives a crap if you're attractive but you're an arsehole? So yeah, don't like Rhys. I was having a bit of a conversation with Sarah and Hallie about sort of the three main dudes, and like, out of the three of them so far, out of Lucien, Tamlin and Rhys, I mean, let's be real, Rhys is an asshole and Tamlin is a beast, so there's not really much competition. But like, Lucian's my favourite so far out of the three. I don't know, he just snarky, that's what I'm looking for. He's really snarky, like he likes to say mean things about people, and like, that just, I like that. Like, you know, I don't know. I said that I was not going to make this a very long clip, but apparently I am. But no, basically, also, I am kind of like, I think that Feyre is a bit like out of her mind. I think she's, like, I am questioning her sanity, because I mean, bearing in mind, I don't know how long a time this whole thing has been going on for, but like she shows up hating fairies and being super annoyed that she's been taken away from her family. She's like, I want to go back to my family, like I want to go back to live in poverty so that I can look after them and blah blah blah. And like she's got this massive castle manners star thing and blah blah blah, and then she starts falling in love with Tamlin, and then he tells her she has to go back home, and she's like, no, I don't want to go home, even though like what, a month ago, okay, maybe more than that, but like not that long ago she was saying that she wanted to go home, and now she doesn't want to go home, and then she goes home, and then she's like, finds out about this curse, and she's like, right, I'm gonna risk my life so that I can save someone that I actually hated to begin with. Like but like she needs to get her motivations and her motives checked out, because like I don't understand it. I don't understand her. She's kind of annoying. That's all I'm gonna say for now. Goodbye. It's now Thursday. I'm just gonna give you a little rundown of the situation. Don't mind my morning voice. It's always like this. Basically, yesterday while I was prepping for one of my anatomy classes, I got a message from one of the people that's like in charge of, I don't know, in charge of making sure that our classes go ahead smoothly and all that stuff, saying that someone in my class had coronavirus, they tested positive, so therefore everyone in that class was not allowed to go into school today, or like into university today, and that we then have to get tested on the 4th and the 6th day. So I'm going to get tested on Saturday, and then I'm going to get tested on Monday, and hopefully that should not deter me from going back into university. Luckily, we've only got lessons today, and then it's not until Tuesday, so it should all be fine if I have not got coronavirus, which I don't think I have. It also means that hopefully I can finish ACOTAR. It also means that I can take the sort of the stuff that I was supposed to be prepping for that lesson. I sort of stopped, and now I'm going to go back over it and actually like properly make my flashcards for it. As I said, I'm going to try and finish ACOTAR. I wanted to finish it yesterday, but my brain wasn't like focusing at all, and like as much as I find this really interesting while I'm reading it, it's the whole picking it up. I think just in general picking up a book seems to be really difficult for me now, which is annoying, but I'm going to persevere through it. I'm going to try and get it read sooner. I don't think I have much to say. She's basically just doing these trials. Doing those trials that she sort of had to do in order to save Tamlin. And things have happened. And there was like a really cool snake that sort of sounds like it could have been, it wasn't even a snake, it was like a massive worm. Basically, like in Nordic mythology, there's this massive worm that sort of circles around the world, I think, from what I can remember. It'd be cool if that's what it was inspired by, but it had like loads of teeth. It was kind of like a massive leech with teeth. It was actually quite cool. And then it reminded me of Beetlejuice. And then I thought I need to watch Beetlejuice again, because it's just a fun film, isn't it? And I just like Tim Burton a lot, so that was beyond anything that I needed to say. So yeah, basically I'm on chapter 37, gonna try and get it done as soon as possible. That's freaking perfect. I'm nearly finished. Like literally nearly finished. Like I think I've actually only got a page left. So I don't know why I'm giving it that much attitude. I'm gonna finish this on camera because I wanted to get my final immediate reaction. I don't think it's gonna be anything exciting, but like I just thought, you know, tiny little section, I'm gonna finish it and then I'm gonna talk about my final thoughts. Okay, that bit of a cheesy ending, I mean, let's be real. let's go home, I said, and took his hand. Like, that's kind of, don't know how I feel about that, kind of cheesy. I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this book. I didn't think I would enjoy it as much as I did. And yeah. I feel like this is the kind of book where I can actually immediately give my rating. And I'm going to give this 4 stars. There were bits where I was thinking it could be a 5-star, but when I think of, like, in context the whole book, it's definitely a 4-star. It's like, it doesn't hit the 5 stars yet. Like, it's definitely a 4-star, but like, I've heard that ACOMAF and ACOTAR, depending on who you ask, one of them's the best, or they're like equally as good as each other, and they're both a lot better than ACOTAR. So I'm super excited to get them. I've just ordered ACOMAF actually, so that should be arriving relatively soon, I hope. Not that I'm gonna be reading it straight away, because like, I don't want to read it too well. I kind of want to spread out my reading experience of the whole series, but also I don't want to read it too soon, because like, I want it to fit nicely with when we're doing the live show for ACOMAF. So that will be coming soon. It will just be nice to sort of have it and hold it and be like, I will read you at some point. My final thoughts. Let's just like talk about the characters again, because like, once again, I mean, these characters are some of the, like, I don't know, for some reason I never usually have very strong opinions about characters, but like, I have opinions about these characters, and I don't know if it's because people have been talking about it a lot. Like, you hear so much about people sort of saying which characters they love and which ones they hate, so I think maybe that has made me think more deeply about how I feel about the characters. Basically, I don't have much else to say about Feyre. Like, I have the same opinions of her. Like, she's not my favourite, not gonna lie. She is not, let's be real, the female slash woman representation in this book is kind of weak. Like, I'm not gonna lie, there's none of the like women identifying characters that I actually really like that much. Like, Feyre's alright. She's got a sick name. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I like her name, but that's basically where it goes. Like, I think she's just a bit of like a weak character. Like, I don't really identify with her in any way, and like, I don't know, I just have nothing to say about her really. Tamlin, again, not really much to say. Like, I think that he's an alright character. I have heard from sources that he doesn't turn out to be very nice, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. I'm not gonna lie, I do like a bit of like a, we thought he was good and then turns out he's just a dick. I do like those kind of plot lines, so I'm looking forward to seeing where his character development goes. Lucian, still love him. I still think that he's just so fun. Like, he's snarky, and like, he just says how he's feeling, but like, deep down he just like, he's been hurt and he like doesn't want to be hurt again, so therefore he creates this exterior so that people don't hurt him, and like, I really love that. I really like those kinds of characters. Like, I think that it is very true to life. I think a lot of people do that in real life, so really love him. And Rhysand, last time I said that I didn't like him. I'm gonna call him Rhys because that's just easier to say. Rhys. Last time I updated the vlog, or last time I spoke about him, I said that he was a dick, which like, he still is a dick. Like, he comes off as an arsehole, and I think he does it on purpose. I think once again he is like the opposite of a wolf in sheep's clothing. Basically, like, I think he's a good guy. Like, I genuinely think he's a good guy, and you can see by the way of some of the things that he does towards the end of the book, you begin to realise like his motivations behind why he acts the way he is, the sort of things that he does in order to help Feyre through these trials. You can just tell that he is a decent guy. He just sort of like, you know, makes himself seem like an arse, and I think also like some of the things that he has to do in order to help Feyre come across as just being like arrogant dick moves, but really I think he's a very good person, so I really like him. I really like Rhys. Basically, I gave this 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. To all of my friends that love the whole series, I can see why. And I hope that you're happy with my rating. I hope that you're happy that I enjoyed it. And I'm really looking forward to continuing the series. I'm just kind of sad that like I can't do it right now. But I think it's also going to be good for me to spread it out, because like what happens if I read the whole series and then I love it and then I've got no more content to read? I sound really whiny, I don't know why I do. I can't wait to talk about this with Hallie and Sarah. It's going to be so much fun. I know that Hallie's got like a little schedule planned because she's a teacher, so she likes to have everything like she can schedule, and like making sure that we don't just chat shit the whole time. It's going to be perfect. Like it's going to be so much fun. So I'm going to end my vlog here, and I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that if you have yourself read ACOTAR, that you maybe want to comment down below. Obviously, try not to like do massive spoilers for any of the series, especially the rest of the series, because like that kind of ruined the experience for me. But maybe comment down below who's your favourite character that we meet throughout ACOTAR, but not throughout the rest of the series, and like anything else that you have to say about the book. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one.